Hello everyone and welcome back to my channel. I hope you all are doing great. In today's video, we will learn about some adjectives that describe a person's character or personality. So these are some words or adjectives that describe a person's personality. Okay, so let's look at some of these words. So I'm pretty sure you must be aware of what adjectives are. Adjectives are basically words that describe the character of a noun. Okay, if I put it very simply, it defines or describes the character of a particular object or a particular noun, specifically a noun. So let's look at such adjectives which describe the character of a person. Okay, here we are specifically focusing on people or a person, how their personality is. Okay, so the following words describe a person's character. So beginning with the first one, adventurous. So an adventurous person is someone who has the nature or character of always trying out or always eager to try out new things. So this kind of personality is called adventurous. Now you must be knowing some people in your life who are adventurous. That means they like going on adventure. They like taking challenges or they like doing challenging activities or new activities. Some might like hiking, some might like climbing a mountain, some like swimming, some like scuba diving. So these are few examples of how someone can be adventurous. So the word adventurous describes a person's character. So the second word is bossy. Now the bossy word itself is very authoritative. That means someone who has authority. Okay, maybe they might not be literally a boss, but their character is very bossy or dominant or authoritative. Or you can say that someone has the nature of giving orders to everyone. So they have this very natural tendency to give orders to everyone around them, be it at home, be it at work, be it anywhere. So it is the natural tendency. So that is their character. So bossy is an adjective that you use for such a personality. Grumpy. Now this is used to describe someone who is always in a bad temper and who is always complaining. So that person can be called grumpy. So someone with a grumpy nature is always in a bad mood or they are always or constantly complaining. So you can call someone like that grumpy. Now let me give you an example. Some people are grumpy when they wake up, isn't it? You must be knowing, or maybe you have felt sometimes, when you wake up sometimes in the morning, you are feeling very irritated or annoyed, or you are in a very bad mood. So that's how grumpy is. Curious. Now, a person who has a curious nature is always on the lookout for learning new things. They are curious, they are always inquisitive, they are always exploring new things, they are always learning new things. A person who is always interested in learning new things can be called a curious person, or the personality is very curious. Now let me give you an example. Kids happen to be very curious. They are always exploring. They always have so many questions to ask because they are in a growing stage. They want to learn new things. So you can say that kids are curious. Diligent. Now this is someone who is always careful about what they are doing and they have a particular way of doing things. Okay, they are always careful, they have this detailed method to do something. So that kind of personality is called diligent. Let me give you an example. Cheryl was a great employee. She always did her job very carefully and with a lot of concentration. So here we are talking about someone's way of working, how they worked, how carefully they worked, with so much of concentration, with so much of sincerity. So you are describing a person's nature who was diligent. I hope you understood how diligent describes what diligent means. Gregarious. Now this might sound like a very heavy word. If I put it very simply, someone who is very social. Okay, so instead of using gregarious, you can say that social. A person is very social. That means they love to be in the company of other people. They love being around people. They love the company of people. A person who is very lively and very outgoing and outspoken, so that kind of personality is called gregarious. But if you don't like the word gregarious to use in your conversations, you can simply say that that person or that he or she is very social. Okay, they are social animals. We use that very casually, that person is very social animal. Okay. Gullible. So, if I put it very simply, gullible is a person who's very simple, which means that you can easily persuade this person, or you can trick them very easily. They are that simple. So, the word to describe such a personality is called gullible. Now let's say that you are making fun of one of your friend, not making fun, but you're pulling a prank on them. Okay, so you tell them something that is impossible and they actually believe in it. Okay, so that person is gullible. That personality is very gullible. So they easily believe in things. It is very easy to persuade them, okay, to convince them. Now let me give you an example. Lisa tends to buy a lot of things after watching a commercial. She is so gullible. That means that Lisa gets very easily influenced by the commercials and she buys all those products immediately after she sees them. She is that gullible. She actually believes that what the commercial says is, true. So I hope you understood what gullible means. Moving on to the next one, humble. A person who is humble is modest. Someone who believes that he or she is not very important. So what they think is, even though they are very good at something, when someone praises them or they say that you're very good at this, or they don't believe in it, they don't agree with it. They are very modest that way. Okay, they are very humble. They think that, oh, it's not a big deal, anyone can do it. So that's how they are. So that kind of personality is known as humble personality. Ignorant. Now, a person with an ignorant nature or ignorant personality usually lack knowledge and information. We call them ignorant. For example, some people are so ignorant in that country that they can neither read nor write. So here you are talking about some people from some unprivileged country where they do not have the privilege of education, because of which they don't know how to read or write. So they are ignorant. You are describing their character as ignorant. They lack information and knowledge. Now you can also use the word ignorant to describe people who are actually very simple. They might not have knowledge about certain things, particular things, not everything, not education wise, but some things. Maybe they are not regularly watching news, so they don't know what is happening around the world, or they don't know what is happening in a particular place. So they are ignorant about that particular event or that particular news. Okay, so you can use the word ignorant that way also, but always use it to describe a person's personality. Okay, so I hope you got this one. Judgmental. Now, people who have a judgmental personality tend to criticize people very often. They have this nature to always see the negative in people. They always criticize others. They do not see, they are incapable of seeing goodness or positivity in others. Okay, so those kind of people are called judgmental. They're very critical or judgment. Let me give you an example. No one likes our boss because he is so judgmental. Here you are describing your boss's character, that nobody likes him because he's always judgmental, he's always criticizing, he never praises or never appreciates anyone's work or anyone's capacity, anything. So you are talking about a judgmental person here. Now, coming to the last adjective for today, moody. Someone whose mood changes very often, or they change their mood very often. Now, the best example for that I can give you is that teenagers can be very moody. You must have noticed in your home, if you have kids who are teenagers, that they are quite moody. They'll be happy this moment, they'll be upset another moment, they'll be angry another moment. So they are in a very transitional phase in their life, which makes them very moody in nature. So not just teenagers, there are people, adults, who can also have a very moody nature. So these were few adjectives that I've given you that describes a person's personality or character. So you can use any of these wherever required as per their suitability. So I hope you got a few new words today to add to your vocabulary, which you can use in your conversations or in your writing, whether you're writing an email or you're just casually writing something or a letter or something. Okay, so I hope these words will come in handy, will be useful to you. So that was all for today's video. So we learned about adjectives that describe a person's character. So I hope you will use some of these words. Now with that, I shall take your leave. If you have liked this video, please hit the like button, share it with your friends and family, subscribe to my channel if you haven't yet, and do hit the bell icon so that you can get the notifications as soon as I upload a video. I will be seeing you soon in another video. Till then, keep learning, keep growing, and keep practicing. Take care and goodbye.